What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am David Game, and this is Sunset Overdrive. I'm here on behalf of MyGamesLounge.com, if you didn't know, and this is a preview to the review. Now, as you know, I do these when I've had the game, say, maybe on release day, haven't had time to finish it for you, and so I decided to record a little gameplay video in order to give you an idea of what the game's like. Now, and also you can tell that none of this has actually been written, because A, I will stumble over my words like nobody's business, and B, I'm not talking as if I'm telling you the news. And in tonight's main stories, our main character in Sunset Overdrive shoots bowling balls from a gun at random scabs. More news at 9. I've been David Game. You see, obviously not entirely scripted. Any whizzle. As you can see, with Sunset Overdrive, right, at first I had a very mixed bag. You see, I read other reviews, and they were really good, and they were glowing. And so I played it, and I was like, I'm not getting to grips with these controls. I'm just not. Like, there's something holding me back. It's not as smooth as something like Infamous. And, like, you know, I'm getting punished for being on the ground. And then I realised that's the point. Like, you know, this was the thing. There's like a learning curve to how you play this game. A lot of these kind of games, action-adventure games, where you're in, like, you know, you're in the world, open world, you want to start shooting stuff, and you want to start killing things. And you want it to be as easy as possible in terms of the killing. But you're used to doing that on the ground. And all of a sudden, this game's like, no, we don't want you to do it on the ground. We want you to Tony Hawk's around by the way, to full disclosure, Tony Hawk's has nothing to do with this game. But it was just an analogy. Go with it, alright? Basically, yeah, it wants you to grind around like this, as you can see. The moves are exceptionally easy to pull off. Easier than I was making them at one point in time. There was a point in time where I was holding buttons down, thinking, oh, if I let go of this, I'm going to drop off the edge of the world, and Fizco are going to rule everything. No! And, of course, that doesn't happen. You know, you can press the square button to grind, and say if you're on one of the wires on the top, which tends to wrap around the whole city from what I've seen so far. Obviously they disconnect and you can join onto other ones. But ultimately, what I was kind of annoyed by, and this has nothing to do with Sunset Overdrive, I'm just going to put it out there because this is just a random preview to the review, obviously, and it's 5 minutes to fill, so don't you worry about that. I had some awesome gameplay on a mission just before this gameplay clip. And I was like, yeah, Xbox, record that. Thank you, Connect. And then, what do you know? You remember that it only does the last not even 5, see, I'm used to it doing the last 5 minutes because of certain other things. But it doesn't. It does 30 seconds. That was annoying when I realised that all I'd recorded was the post-cutscene conversation after the mission. And I was like, oh man, that mission was awesome. I had an awesome temporary weapon. And all I'm going to say about that, because when I thought about it, it might spoil something for those of you that really want to enjoy it. You will enjoy taking the dog for a walk. That's all I'm going to say about that one. As you can see, yeah, you can swing from poles, you can jump up the containers, bounce off certain things. It's very distinguishable in terms of what you can utilise. And you can go faster along the rails pressing the RB button. And, yeah, sometimes, as I say, like, the platforming, it takes a little getting used to. But as soon as you are used to it, you pretty much got it down. And you're just going to navigate your way around, and it's difficult. The game, I have died a couple of times, and the reanimation cutscenes are awesome. They say you'll never see the same one twice, and I've yet to, but I've only died like 3 times. So, you know, I'm sure I'm going to die a lot more. We'll see how that goes down. Bouncing off cars, bouncing off of rafters. All in all, it's just a great deal of fun. And so far, you got a good voice acting cast. Yuri Lowenthal, in particular, as usual, does a brilliant job as the male lead. You can be a female character. You can create your character however you like, customize them. I'll show you that in the actual review. Anyway, for now, see us at mygameslounge.com. I've been David Game, and watch out for the review coming this week. Bizzle!